Because it's a movie. And we are live from Atlanta,
Welcome
Georgia.
Back, everyone. Attempt number 6 at episode 1 of the That's My Slime podcast. It's Brogan. We got Spudd. We got Rudo. Because I'm tired of trying to introduce these dudes and they never say anything. What's up, fellas?
Tapping back in.
What's going on?
Spudd just got back from vacation in the beautiful lands of North Carolina. How was it in that metropolis?
It was all right, man. It was chill. Got
Okay.
away, get my mind free, whatnot. So
We're already starting off lying on this podcast.
Hey,
All right,
real
we good.
PC. How's the chicks out there?
I didn't see no chicks out there, really.
No
Like,
country girls.
yeah, I didn't really scope anything, really. I was just in
The
the
woods?
pocket. Yeah, it's like pockets. It's not. I didn't go to like no city areas. I wasn't out at the clubs or nothing like that. So I didn't really get to see anything. I was at Walmart.
No
Ross.
country bars.
Nah,
Nah.
it's not a hick town, bro.
Country
Look like it.
road. I mean, you sent me out. You were out in the forest.
We should have just
Yeah,
sent
it was
him
in
the
the forest.
Lil Nas X video. He could have been out there.
Get you a nice hat. Well, for the audience out there, welcome back to the first ever episode.
You already did that.
I know. I'm just saying.
Why you
I'm
reiterating
reintroducing
that?
it.
Why?
Now, did anybody else wake up doing what they love, making millions of dollars, and still being miserable?
What are you talking about?
Because apparently that's what Kyrie and Chris Paul want to be doing. They
Why
want
is
to
that?
they want to make millions of dollars, play a game that they want to, and still be unhappy. Why is that? Do you guys know?
Can you give some background why you say they're unhappy?
Because
Making millions of dollars? Because if I made millions of dollars, I wouldn't be unhappy. At least I don't think so.
yeah, well, yeah, I know. You tell me. I don't know how
So
Kyrie works.
give me the background.
Apparently, according to sources, I'm just kidding, news sites, apparently Chris Paul wants to leave Houston. Then he says he doesn't. My speculation is that he told Daryl Morey, was like, hey, trade me, try to trade me, and if nobody wants me, then we'll both just deny it.
You think that's what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. Because nobody wants him. At some point, here's my thing. At some point, when do players start thinking, hey, maybe I'm the problem?
What's the problem?
You can't win, and you're not happy with any situation
But
you
it's
go
not.
to.
It's not him, right?
It is him.
No, it's not. It's coaching on top of that, right? Because Chris Paul needs the ball, but on that team, he's not going to get the ball most of the time.
But
It's
he
gonna be
went to
harder.
Houston to get offloaded. He wanted to be
but not that much offloaded, right?
true.
So
But still, you got to step
we
up.
know
in
how
big
that
moments.
game. We know how that game works. If there's 15, 13 seconds left on the clock, they give it to Harden. He dribble, either throw a lob or step back three, right? Every single time.
Did you see that?
And then they do that throughout the whole regular season. It works, but in the playoffs, it's not going to work again.
then at some point,
So
be the
at some
leader.
point, coaching needs to come in and say, "Hey, this isn't working. We need to do something else. Let's go to Plan B. Or
Okay.
let's switch up the game plan or something."
Fair enough, but at the same time, Jimmy Butler, when he first got to the Sixers, he went to Brett Brown and said, he's like, I don't like how I'm off the ball so much. And Brett Brown was like, listen, as we work more into it, you're going to have the ball in your hand to end games. He goes, I need you to fall into that. So at the same time, Chris Paul needs to come out and go to the coaching staff and say, hey, I don't like this.
But I think Jimmy Butler realized he has to have the ball when the game's on the line. Chris Paul doesn't necessarily have to have the ball.
Not even the ball in line. Just get involved in the offense more. If he wants to get involved, say something.
Those are two completely different situations.
Yeah.
You have a team full of players who can't really create
They
anything
can't
for
really
themselves.
shoot, period.
And then you have
On
the
the
Sixers.
Sixers.
And then
What?
you have, because you're not going to give the ball to Ben Simmons to figure out something in the
Ben
last
Simmons,
second.
who else?
But your best
then
shooter,
you're
your
not going to
best-
give it, because Joel Embiid cannot work out at the end of the game. You have to get him in post position and so forth. Jimmy Butler
But
can
he
come
can
off
create
a
his own
screen
shot.
No, he can't.
after he posts up for 4
You
or
saw
5
the Brooklyn
seconds.
series.
But so what I'm
He's not
what I'm
consistent
saying,
shooting threes.
and that situation is completely
Shooting
different.
threes.
And that
Yeah.
situation is completely
Talking about a
different. That
shooter.
team is different. That coaching staff is different. They all understand their strengths, their weaknesses. The Houston Rockets are a completely different team. Doesn't mean that coaching staff is going to be brutally honest with Chris Paul about certain situations because they're probably trying to keep everybody happy.
But what's stopping Chris Paul from saying, I don't like this? Change this. Something needs to change.
I don't know what's stopping him, but that is probably going to immediately affect something to begin with. I'm like, okay, it's obviously nobody wants to play the game here, so we're going to go ahead and start looking at trading people because somebody's talking about they're not touching the ball enough.
But, I mean, guess what? You signed that $125 million contract saying, hey, run it back.
That's true.
And
so
now you're not happy?
What are you going to go complain for? That's saying that he's not happy, too. Just if you go, I need the ball more and more situations.
But I'm saying, if you knew what you were signing up for when you said run it back and you signed that extension, you already played there once, you knew how the offense was running, you took the money,
right?
Why complain?
Doesn't mean you have to sign back again.
No, but I'm saying he wants out.
Did he say he wanted out? Because that's from what a lot of speculations had happened.
He came out and said, I have never demanded a trade, but never. It's me saying like, oh, I don't like that person, to me going up to that person and be like, I don't like you. Totally different. It's still the same meaning.
So him saying I didn't demand a trade is him saying he want to be traded?
No, it's basically
we don't really know what it is, to be honest. We don't know what was said and what was done. We just have a lot of people saying this is what it is and this is what I think.
I'm just saying, did I not call it from the beginning? I said it wasn't going to end well, those two being there. I called that. I said that from the beginning.
That doesn't matter, though.
And y'all were like, point God.
Trial and error. I mean, you can't figure it out every single time. Like,
if the Knicks don't
honestly,
want
it's
you.
Coaching.
Yeah.
It's coaching.
But that's trial and error, too. Same thing with
D'Antoni's not really
the organization and who's signing people.
If the Knicks don't want you, it's a problem.
I don't know.
And the Knicks don't want Chris Paul.
No, why would they take that big contract?
Well,
Why are you taking?
I mean, they took Allen Houston's contract.
That was long, right? You learn from mistakes, right? You don't make this. You don't bump your head again.
We talking about the Knicks here, right?
Who else did they sign for a lot of money? No one. They haven't paid anybody.
They
since.
signed
Carmelo.
They
Except for
signed
Melo.
Tim Hardaway Jr. for a nice little contract.
Well,
they
he
shipped
turned
him off.
out. He turned out right, and they
And
were
then
like,
they traded him.
Ta-ta.
Yeah,
And then he ended up getting better
Yeah.
when he left.
it's like him. Yeah, it's like the Suns all over. You leave the Suns, you get better.
Yeah, I mean, so the Knicks are the new Suns?
The same as the Suns.
Nah, the Suns needed a point guard and a power forward. Y'all needed, according to NBA, you needed everybody, starters and bench.
But Suns fans cheer for their teams even when they're losing.
Yeah,
Knicks will start booing you real quick.
They'll let you know when
Kyrie,
when they
you
don't like
suck.
you ain't shit. And you injury prone. They'll
And
let you know.
speaking of
Yeah,
Kyrie,
they know.
did you guys hear the story about him and Brad Stevens one day? Brad Stevens was walking people through game film, and
This
Kyrie
is allegedly again.
Yeah.
allegedly,
Yeah.
but it's a funny story, and I can actually believe this. Kyrie walks into the shoot around or film, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Stevens is like, "Hey, good morning," and Kyrie's instant response is, "What does government mean to you?" Not a hello, good morning, how are you? By the way, something's on my mind.
I don't know.
That dude is weird.
Yeah, he out there.
So what you guys think about the draft?
I don't know what to think anymore. I gotta give up.
What was the
gave-
Suns making?
The Suns traded their pick for like Minnesota's pick, and they got Dario Saric, which I thought was cool. And they just traded something for Aaron Baines from the Celtics, and
Bane.
the center.
The redhead, yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's a backup center, and it's cool. But then they decided to trade T.J. Warren for cash. Fucking dollars, cap space. What cap space do we need? Who are we signing? If we don't sign
never know.
D'Lo,
You
then
don't
it's
know.
over.
You gotta wait till July 1.
If we don't sign D'Lo, it's over.
You gotta wait till
We got
July
no
1.
hope.
You gotta wait till July
No
1.
hope.
They about to run Devin Booker into the
Oh
ground.
my God, he's about to be the next Brandon Roy. That's what's about to happen to him. That's
They
exactly what's about to
run him into the
happen.
ground.
Or no, it's gonna be like D Rose. Just run him to the ground. Use him.
Except we'll never get to the playoffs
Yeah.
or have an MVP.
Damn.
He'd be a good player though.
Hey, he'll be a great player.
Young,
I can't wait.
talented.
He'll set some Suns records.
He'll get Rich Paul as his agent and then ask to be traded next season.
He already has one Suns record, right? Most points
Yeah.
scored.
Yep.
And the youngest one to do it, too.
That's crazy.
I hate this. I hate this
that's
so
crazy.
much.
Hey man.
It's crazy.
You hear Marvin Bagley try to come at Damian Lillard?
Oh, rap
No.
battle.
Yeah.
Oh, rap battle?
Yeah.
And then Damian Lillard dropped a sneak diss right after that. He didn't wait. He was like, "Okay, bet you
He's like,
talking?
I'm ready.
You
I've
didn't
had
hear
this.
it?
Nah.
I sent it in the little thing. That's what it said. Marvin." It said Marvin.
Oh my god. I haven't heard it, but that is hilarious.
It was
to me.
solid. It was solid. He wasn't doing no like low blows, but from what I heard the first time
Did
around.
it sound
but-
like a just a fun trying to get at you type of thing? Or
Yeah.
was it
Like what Lonzo did
Yeah.
to Kuzma.
He did it over the push. I think it was the Pusha T beat for Drake.
that one.
Oh god.
I think that's the one. I think that he did it over that one.
Speaking of Lonzo, with his father. Oh my
What do you
god.
think about that?
Oh, that's trash. It's
Is it
nothing.
blown out of proportion?
Oh hell yeah.
What happened?
With the
Molly Quorum.
yeah,
Quorum.
AKA Jalen Rose's girl.
Jalen Rose's girl. You know, I get really tired. I watch First Take, and I'm getting really tired of
So give the people some context
Every-
because
I'm-
they don't
I'm
know what's
pulling it
going
up.
on.
I'm
We can't
pulling
just
it
talk
up.
like
I'm pulling
that.
it
So
up.
LeVar Ball
He'll get
was
you.
on First Take.
that's right.
Molly was asking him a question, and she said,
And Molly is from where? Because we got people
from
who are going to be
ESPN.
listening. So
Let's see.
So she's on ESPN, and she asked him, "What you say? Changing gears,
Switching gears.
and then LeVar goes, "You can switch gears with me anytime, whatever." And then they're like, "Whoa,
yeah,
whoa."
yeah. I seen she froze up.
Yeah,
and was
she
like, okay then.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. All right, let's pull this up. I got this. So here's Molly. She's asking LeVar if we can just switch gears for a moment. And this was his response.
Because I have a question
You
here.
can switch gears with me anytime.
Let's stay focused here. All right.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Now, somebody else talked about this. He said, oh, hey, it's not like he was saying, like, oh, we can drive stick or something like that. Yeah.
You don't get it?
I get it, but, like, I don't see how I've never heard of switching gears being a sexual thing. You go up to a girl and be like, hey, girl, you trying to switch gears for a sec? Nobody does that. Now, you're saying, can you drive stick to a girl?
Come on, bro.
How?
So do you think?
Hold on,
he
you
meant-
think that
he
was
meant something by
legit?
it?
You thought that was
he,
legit?
he meant something by it.
Oh, my God.
He meant something. You could switch gears with me anytime.
It switched the
come,
subject.
Come on, bro.
I don't know, man.
Now, if he was like, yeah, we can definitely switch gears. What do you got in mind? That's different. He's talking about you could switch gears with me anytime. And
What
you,
is he talking
and you
about?
can already see his grin on his face.
And he was like, go ahead.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Oh, nah.
He did that?
Yeah.
Nah, your man is,
Oh man.
that was kind of out of pocket.
I don't think so.
And
I
even
think-
if he didn't, maybe he didn't mean it in that type of way, in a sexual way.
Just
but
poor choice
it
of
can't. Yeah,
words, I guess,
is a
maybe.
very poor.
Can we switch
sentence.
gears? You can switch gears with me. It's basically he's saying you can switch the topic at any time. Anytime you can switch the topic. He's giving her basically he was giving her control. He's
Right.
saying you have control over this.
So then you got to
I'ma listen to
You got to
you.
rephrase it.
Why should the man change because of how this woman misinterprets
It's
it?
not this woman, just the culture now. You know.
Fuck that. That
Nah,
is bull.
that was really
that
PC
shit
and
was
sensitive,
That
man.
shit was sexual, bro.
It was not.
It was very.
There's
sexual.
no way that was sexual.
That was.
I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know.
To
I
me,
can
it
see
was.
it both
To me,
ways.
it
So we
wasn't- it
have
was out
no,
of-
we have yes, and we have
To
undecided.
me, it was.
You punk.
And it was out of pocket, and he should have just chose a different word.
I
different
I can
words
see
to
it
use.
both ways. It just he should just pick
Maybe he was
different
caught
words.
up in the
I
moment,
just
and
gotta say-
he got a lot of energy because now he's back on TV.
And he old school,
after
too.
a while.
I've never
And-
heard the
but
phrase
still.
switch gears sexually. Have you? Have you ever heard somebody use switch gears sexually?
Bro, anything can be put in a sexual way. Any type of phrase could be put in sexual.
like wheat thins.
Yeah, you can find a way to do it. It can be done.
Oh, this reduced fat wheat thins. I'll reduce your fat.
That's sexual.
It's like, what? What are you gonna do?
Come on.
Yeah.
I'll wheat your thins.
Nah, that's different. I don't know what that
Nah,
means. That
exactly.
sounds crazy. But the first one,
I'll thin
I'll
your
redu-
wheats.
I'll reduce your fat.
I'll body your armor.
So
Hey,
stupid.
I like that. I'm gonna use that one.
But yeah, it was, he could have just found a different way to go ahead and present it.
Whatever.
I think he was probably just caught up in the moment because he hasn't been on TV like this in a minute. He's been playing the back seat, and now he's back on TV because his son got moved.
Oh Lord!
And he got caught up in the wrong words.
Speaking of that, what do you think about Melo going overseas?
I like it.
Yeah,
It's the only thing he can really do right
yeah,
now.
that is. Or he could have went to the G League, right? And
Nah.
got paid a little bit more.
He would get paid more going overseas. G League don't pay nobody.
No, but you know the new contract now. If you're like top 10,
It wouldn't happen right now. It's not happening right now.
no.
No.
He'd probably get paid more by just going overseas off
'Cause
of
they
his
said-
name.
They said top 10. If you're a top 10 high school player in the nation, you go to G League.
Well, he's not in high school
Yeah, he's
anymore.
not, and he hasn't played.
That's
in
what I
high
mean.
school.
Like senior year, if you're top 10 your senior year,
Yeah.
graduate, you go to G League, they give you 150.
Well, now, but
But he's
not-
gonna get more fame overseas and
he's a
get
dropout.
more.
What do you mean?
he's a dropout. He didn't finish high school.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He
He
did?
went back to school.
Oh, I didn't know he went back.
He went to Spire.
Yeah.
Spire.
Oh, I thought that
It's
was
like
like
a basketball school,
I thought
prep
that was
school.
like an AAU thing or whatever.
Nah, it's like it's like a prep school, which is getting you prepared for.
Which I don't
College
get.
and
Like,
whatnot.
if high school let him play after he played overseas,
Why isn't the NCAA?
why is that an issue with
Yeah,
college?
Right.
High school's a lower level.
That shit is hilarious.
That's stupid.
Go overseas, play for me. You playing against grown men? Oh yeah, well, let me drop 50 here for a sec.
So my thing is like if the NCAA had any issue with making money,
With him making money?
yeah, they would have made 10 times that by him
Going.
going, his jersey being,
Not even his jersey, just him being at the
but
school.
everything, his jersey being sold, him being at the school,
Yeah.
the TV time that he would have,
They
you
would
know what I mean?
get.
Everybody would have tuned in, sold out seats wherever he was going to be playing.
That's a lot of star power. behind
Yeah,
his
there's a
name.
lot, exactly.
They could make money off him.
And
They
I
might
don't
change
know.
that rule.
I don't know. And then you really would have got to see how he would have performed into an offense that was more structured. You know what I mean? Because right now he's playing in like men's leagues and stuff like that, and he was in high school, and it's more wild. And it's like, all right, just run up and down the court kind of deal. He definitely directs traffic pretty well. You know what I mean? He makes the better decisions
he
now,
definitely makes good
and so
decisions.
forth.
And he's
But
big. He's 6'7".
But you're in a different situation
And
where
he's
you have a
17.
lot of different college players who are very, very smart on the court. You know what I mean? At the same time, so it would have just showed a lot more too. But
Do you
has to
think
go overseas?
Do you think the competition in college better than overseas?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I just think it's a little bit more structured in college.
Yeah.
because they run those plays to a T.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There ain't no one-on-one too much. You have
Depends
your
on the
small,
school.
yeah. You have your smaller schools
Yeah.
that do because they bank off of those players to get off and kind of lead them.
Right.
But your bigger schools are like
Are
more
you sure
structured.
about that with overseas? Because overseas they don't play like here. They're a lot more about the fundamentals.
They are,
and they're more about
definitely.
running sets and plays and stuff. So I think that as far as getting better, you playing against grown men, especially in Australia, where a lot of NBA players come from.
Well, I'm not saying he was going to get better over here. It was just kind of like it would have just showed a lot, and if he could play in that type of setting too.
Because that's what everybody wanted to see him.
But
anyway,
he's gonna get exposure either way. Do you think he has
I think
a
he's going
chance?
to get a lot more exposure overseas. I think it's better for him to be overseas anyway.
Do you think he has a chance to be number one in
Draft
2020
next year?
Yeah.
It just depends on how his season
Who's
goes.
who's even out there besides him?
And it depends on what league he goes to overseas.
He's going
too.
to the
NB
ABL.
NBL.
NBL? NBL? Okay, NBL.
I don't honestly
you heard
know
of,
if that's a
That's
more
that's
top.
their highest one.
You heard of Brian Bowen? So he was supposed to go and play for Louisville, and that whole shit with Louisville happened. His dad took some money,
Yeah.
so they said, no, you can't come here. So he went over there. But he was like a top 10 pick. You know, he had all the D1 schools. He had U of A. He had, all the Pac-12, everything.
There was there was a commit to Arizona. He decided he was like, nah, I'm not gonna go now. He's gonna go play overseas now.
Yeah.
A lot more picks are
In the NBL or just overseas?
I don't know. He might be
Because
going
it
to the
just
NBL,
depends
but
on-
it's overseas. I
It
think he
just
might be going
depends
to
on-
Italy.
Because there's so many different leagues too.
Yeah.
And if you just go
It
to
depends on
whatever
league too, right?
If you go to whatever one.
Yeah.
Because that first league they played in,
Oh, Lithuania. I think that was just something to do.
Yeah.
But I think it did help him.
Confidence wise, I believe it did.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of trash. It just took away that eligibility.
Yeah,
though,
I agree.
But I mean, his dad made a move. It wasn't necessarily the right move for him because he wants to play college. But
Hey, they got big baller brand water out of it.
So it's not like it's gonna set him back. It's not setting him back. He still gets to go overseas and play.
But I think him as just being a kid, he wants to be in college.
College,
you know
live the college life. Yeah,
smash chick. I mean, I won't say smash chick.
I mean,
do the whole
keep
thing.
it raw, bro.
Do you have a
Part it up.
girlfriend?
Keep it raw.
No, next question.
So, yeah, I think he'll.
I'll blame LiAngelo for all that. Because if LiAngelo just was chilling, then everyone would have just followed suit from Zoe, you know? After he got in trouble, it was like, all right, we're going to take everybody overseas.
Yeah.
And then Jello got hurt.
Oh, well.
You know the middle child. They always.
Middle child. They always mess up.
He's playing all right now in the Drew League.
Melo, yeah.
Yeah, Melo's playing all right in the Drew League. And you see who came back too, Shaq's son.
Yeah.
Sharif.
Sharif
He's back.
Decent.
Because he had heart surgery
Last year.
Yeah.
So is he staying in college one more year?
Yeah. He's with UCLA, isn't he? Mm-hmm. Dang. And then Melo probably would have been there too.
Melo wants to go to USC one.
Well, at first he would have been at UCLA if Jello didn't mess anything up. Him and Sharif.
So you got 6'7" guard.
Sharif too.
6'10". Sharif might have been power forward.
3 or 4.
That would have been a little smooth little
just
team.
Filling the pieces.
Yeah.
And then put Jello at the 2, and then
that's right. Jello would have still been there because he definitely wouldn't have came out of the draft.
Yeah.
And then just pick up a couple of people.
They would have been all right. Yeah. But
definitely
my man out here trying to steal when he got his own company.
Man, crazy.
Man,
that's for everybody. Driving Ferraris. You know, still.
You out here still
some fake Louis Vuitton glasses.
Yeah, and it was fake, huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
China had
Come
to be fake.
on, bro.
Man, that ain't big baller.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You gonna try to steal some stuff?
Now the thing on everybody's mind is the Toronto Raptors won it in 6. Mm-hmm. Who called it?
Dang, Rudo, you said
who called it?
I said the Raptors are gonna win too.
Remember
Brogan did say Raptors in 6. First you said Raptors in 5, and
which it could have been,
and then you said Raptors in 6.
But look what happened though.
But I mean, it's their time, bro.
If
it happens,
it's their time.
If Clay didn't get hurt, in my opinion, it would have been the game 7.
Yeah,
oh, absolutely.
Because Clay was on
fire. He was just pulling.
Yeah, he was cooking.
He was out there
every which way too.
Yeah,
I was like, who's this?
Game 6
like
Clay
Steph more than Steph
did.
Game 6 Clay is real.
That was crazy.
Game 6 Clay is a real
I think
legend.
Clay. I think Clay without KD there to
dangerous.
take away from the ball is a lot more. He's more aggressive.
Yeah.
He makes sure he asserts himself in the offense.
And anytime there's a game 6, he's just like, oh hey, wet.
Yeah,
Do you keep Clay?
But
absolutely.
At all costs?
Oh yes.
Yeah, he's going back, bro.
He's more important than KD.
I agree. Because KD's not loyal to anybody.
No, forget
Even
that
though you
part.
don't have to
I'm
be loyal,
but
he's not going back.
As a player, who's more important to that team?
Clay.
Oh, Clay.
Because Clay and Steph mesh
in the system.
They play very well together.
Now, who's
and
obviously
now you just
the better
need to
player?
get and keep Draymond there, even though Draymond's all right. And then you just get the rest of Phil and players.
You know what?
I'm just saying,
because that's what they did the first time around.
I don't think without KD you win those 2.
No.
In my opinion,
very tough. I will say this though.
It would have came down to the wire.
Better players, obviously KD.
Right.
But for the system, Clay, obviously, it's already been proven that they have been able to do it. Now, I will admit this about Draymond. Draymond annoys the shit out of me, but I would want him on my team.
Ashes by that one.
Yeah.
I would want him on my team. And when KD doesn't play, as we've already shown, when he's the dude that is running the offense, he's dangerous. He's a good player.
Draymond?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he has a lot of energy to bring to the court, too.
I just can't stand him when he's not on my team. If he was on my team, I'd be like, cool, we got Draymond.
I don't think he's a good player, necessarily. I think
he's not a scorer.
I just think he's a good system player.
He's a modern day. To me, he's a modern day Dennis Rodman.
Because
He's got to work.
Dennis Rodman.
He's
Dennis
got
Modern
Rodman
day?
Straight rebounds. Straight. Don't
And
bring
defense?
the ball up. Don't. None of that.
He was a perennial defense and a rebounder primarily. Where Draymond, he can rebound all right. He's very good defensively, and he
What
just
do you mean by
runs
very good defensively?
where
He
he can
said
guard.
he's a modern day.
Dennis Rodman, as comparable, yeah. Why not?
Because Dennis Rodman would fucking shit on
He
him.
doesn't need the. He doesn't need
He said,
to.
you said what?
Dennis Rodman would shit on him.
Oh yeah,
He'd get 0 boards.
yeah. That has
And
nothing to
Dennis
do
Rodman
with
will have
thing-
like 25.
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with
And
being,
how many? What's the
modern day.
most boards
Comparing,
that Draymond has gotten?
I don't know.
Like 15. That's. A
I mean,
lot.
he had 15 that what in the first half of Game 6 he had like 12.
I just don't think he's the greatest defender as everyone's saying. I don't think he's good.
I just know he's very versatile. He can guard 1 through 5.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't.
If he needs to.
He can't guard Damian. I'm not Damian Lillard.
Well, he can't guard Damian Lillard.
Kawhi.
He can't guard Damian Lillard
He
either.
can't guard Kawhi.
We really didn't see it that
He
much.
can't. You think he guard Kawhi?
No, I'm
can't.
just saying we really didn't see
Clay.
it that much.
He
Clay.
needs to work on that jump shot, and he'd be a
Low-key-
lot better.
Low key, the best defender
Yeah,
is
perimeter
Iggy.
defender.
Is Iggy, in my opinion.
Not gonna be for much longer.
But
Yeah, Iggy on his
but
way out, bro.
everyone's saying that Draymond could guard 1 through 5. How? He's not quick enough to guard 1.
I just think he's
No, he's
capable on possessions. He could.
Anybody
who's
at
the-
a
and
given
who's the
possession
five-
could
and
guard
who's-
somebody.
and
Just
who's-
stay out there and just kind of.
and who's the
Like
five-
Siakam. Siakam could probably guard 1 through 5. He can't even
Siakam,
guard Siakam.
Siakam
Bust his
is,
ass the whole season.
Siakam is
fuck outta
Draymond
here.
2.0.
No,
And-
Siakam's better than Draymond.
What the fuck does 2.0 mean?
yeah,
It means
you're right.
twice as better.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Step up.
You're right.
IT over here.
IT, not.
You can't even crunch
Not
a damn
Isaiah
number.
Thomas. They mean IT as in tech.
Yeah, I don't know what IT stands for.
Where are you going with? You're going with IT, right?
I mean, I don't have.
We were talking about
certifications.
basketball, so I just need to clear up the air that they didn't mean Isaiah Thomas. They meant IT.
Speaking of Isaiah Thomas, trash. Never mind. Let's get off this topic because we are not a basketball podcast. What else is happening in the world today? Anybody got anything?
Man, it's been 27 minutes on basketball.
That's cool.
I
Man,
don't care.
just
We
let it
talk about. We
flow.
shoot the shit.
Just
That's
let it
what we
flow.
do.
Rick Ross drops an album tonight
Does he?
in about 8 minutes.
What do you think about those
Really?
2 Drake tracks?
They smooth.
I thought it was kind of whack.
He just had them ready. They had nothing to do with basketball, but I
I
think
thought it was kind of whack.
They were smooth to
They
me.
had the whole trophy
Put my money in the
artwork.
grave.
They had the whole trophy artwork, everything. I was like,
He was
ooh.
ready to go.
Ooh.
he had those ready beforehand.
He already knew.
Win or lose, he had them ready to go. I think the ones that are going to actually
the
reference.
6 and 6 and 6.
I wish that, or I'm thinking that he's going to have more basketball references and then other tracks that are probably going to come up.
I think
soon.
he definitely has more tracks coming.
Absolutely.
Those were just like the warm ups.
The warm up.
Let me just, rub it a little bit.
They ain't no charged up or back to back or
No.
all summer.
But
16.
he always do that. He ended up putting them little tracks out that's cool,
Oh,
and then he
Summer
put out the
16.
album right after that.
He should have got MVP.
Drake.
NBA Finals MVP. Yeah, he was out there.
I'm sick.
He was out there. We did it. We so proud. This for the city. I know he's part of the team. I know he's an ambassador, but my
What
God,
does that even mean?
he's
ambassador? What do you
basically
do?
a spokesman. Like he represents the team. Like if they say, "Hey, we need you to go over here and do this for us," he'll do it.
Is that what that
He's
is?
definitely
That's
a
like
fan,
more of like a
for sure.
marketing.
Yeah, of course it's
Coordinator or
marketing. That's what
something.
ambassadors like. If they need him, say, "Hey, you're gonna represent the Raptors at this event." Go ahead.
Is that okay?
But I mean, I'm pretty sure there's not towel boys on the freaking Raptors going, "Oh my God, we did it! So proud of this team and my guys. We did it."
There might be, and then they gotta clean up all that shit after they celebrate.
The locker
Bye.
room.
Yeah,
How bad would that suck to just be like, damn, I gotta clean up all that shit.
Speaking of Drake,
I was like, "This is what we doing, bro."
Justin, do you want to talk about the little thing with Drake going on?
Nah, I don't. I
You-
didn't have the detail behind it, but
What happened?
Apparently,
so I guess he was charged with something back in the.
back in the day,
It
accurate
wasn't.
days,
It wasn't that far back, but
like 2016.
I don't know when it was, to be honest with you. But some female came out and was like, she sexually,
Oh, he sexually assaulted her, or he harassed her.
sexually
and
harassed
basically
her.
they settled out of court. He paid her $350,000.
Yeah.
To be like, shh, 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 shh.
Even though everybody in his corner says that he wasn't guilty of the situation.
but yet let me still pay
But what the situation was is that I guess that he had some chick perform
you. Fellatio.
some weird fetish to where she spits. Yeah, some weird oral fetish. That's what they said.
So basically,
she spit into a cup, and she kept spitting into the cup and kept spitting into the cup, and then he dumped the cup on her face.
He's missing details.
And then he. Am I? 'Cause
Yes.
Then after
No,
that,
that's all I need to
and then
hear.
after
No, I don't
that,
hear no
No,
details.
you need to hear
No.
details.
and then after that, he was like, "Yeah, I wanted to see your face dirty or something."
Oh my God, you're telling it all wrong. Okay, so
Nope,
this is what
I don't
happened. No. So apparently he kind of gave her the implication like, oh hey, you gonna suck this a little bit, and she was giving some head, and he was like, okay. He took out a specific cup and was like, spit in this cup, and he would measure it to a specific amount.
This is what she's saying that he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
How much of this do you guys believe?
oh, I believe it. Absolutely. And then he poured it on her face, and he's like, yeah, I like it when your face is real messy.
I don't know if I believe that,
It was
man.
some weird.
It
It was some weird shit.
I
Why do you
believe
believe
that.
it?
Drake's weird.
I mean, he spent the money too.
Yeah.
And the only reason, and now let's not get it twisted. The only reason she's coming out with it now is, I guess,
Her lawyer.
Was that
Her
on that
lawyer?
whole thing I sent you guys?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
toward the
shoot,
end.
I got to listen to that tomorrow.
I guess her lawyer was like, she was putting a restraining order or something on his lawyer or her lawyer or something for like what also.
Also, some sexual harassment. Stuff.
Yeah. So, and they were like, what's this about? Blah, blah. And she brought out those details. And I was like, yo, that sounds just like Aubrey.
Aubrey.
What did
That's wild.
Clay say? He's like, see you in the Bay, Aubrey. Fucking pussy.
Yeah, but why he say it? And he didn't say it to his face.
Yeah, he
either.
was hiding around the corner.
He was like, yeah,
Clay.
see you in the Bay.
He hiding behind KD.
Pussy.
Weak
This is
ass.
scary.
And then he had to say that to. Yeah, how you could say that after? I mean, I don't know. He probably didn't know that Clay tore his ACL, but
yeah.
then he made that drunk ass video, and he goes, "What up, Clay? It all good, baby boy. I know you call me a pussy and all, but we all good, baby boy.
He
You
said-
good now?"
He said, "I know when you see me on the jet skis and your Quicksilvers, you better say what's up to me, and you better be nice about it." You see that one?
No, I didn't
Yeah,
see
that shit is
that.
hilarious.
I didn't see that.
Oh my god.
This dude is hilarious. When you and your Quicksilvers, you better say hi and be nice to me.
Dude, man, people are so like, I don't know how people can. Man, fame and money is like a hell of a drug because you be hearing the weirdest stuff about people, and bitches will still be like, "Oh yes, daddy, please." I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
What do you think about
I don't. Oh God, that shit is just so weird. How you could just be like, oh yeah, Drake's likes to like throw your own spit on you, and he likes to like do this and that, and he cuddles right after when you're all sticky, and they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm down with it. I'm down with it for a check. And then they don't get that.
I mean, you
Or
were
just for,
down,
like-
but why bring it out? You were down with it.
Yeah,
It's not like he snatched a cup from you and threw it at your face.
Spit in
You
this.
sat
Give
there
it to me.
because, like me thinking about it, she probably sat there and was like, "All right, cool," and then she's like, "Oh, this is kind of weird," but still did it.
She sat there with that grin.
If it was a nut, would she would have been any different?
Would that be?
You know what I mean? If he nutted on her face, is that sexual harassment?
You know, I think the funniest thing about that stuff is when you.
Or in a cup, and it was like,
And then flinged it on her.
I mean, that's just weird, but I think the
Still-
funniest thing is
still
when you
stuck
see
to the cup.
yeah.
when you see when. Gosh damn it! I think it's funny when ever women just have like how they have like their eyes start like twitching and stuff when they know it's about to
Yeah.
happen. They're just like,
They're anticipating it.
and then it happens, and they're like, ooh, ooh.
At least it was her own spit, because it could have been his nut, or he could have did some real freaky
but
nasty
she
shit
probably
and,
wanted
and
the
shit it in the
nut.
cup and then put it on her forehead
Probably wanted to nut
and blessed her like
then
Simba.
She could have been like this.
Do you all hear about that video going around on Facebook and stuff? Apparently, a girl was like deep throating a piece of shit.
That's disgusting, bro.
That can't be real, bro.
How do you deep throat? That show probably went down her mouth. Come on, bro. That's nasty.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I heard about it. they were like, I'm not about to do that video. I saw 4 people post about that. I'm not about to do that video. And I was like, man, what is this video? And then someone was like, yeah, man, can't believe she deep-throated that fucking shit. And I was like, a literal turd. And I was like, ugh, I need to find this.
That is wild, son.
That is wild, son. Very, very.
I ain't gonna lie, this offseason about to be crazy, though.
Yeah, the Knicks about to get no one. Nope, they about to sign Kyrie because the Nets are going to be smart and say, hey, if you don't bring KD, we do not want you, Kyrie. And then Kyrie's going to go to the Knicks, and you guys are going to have Kyrie, Dennis Smith
hurt,
Jr.
Though. He
Dennis
not
Smith
played next
Jr.
season.
People are willing to take that chance, but
Yeah, he's box office.
they're going to have Kyrie,
They could give him something to cheer about.
RJ Barrett, and Dennis Smith Jr., and they're going to keep all 3.
It would have been nice if we had Zion, AD.
Yeah. Y'all had a 10% chance, and y'all walked around and be like, hell yeah, we got him. Fuck out of here.
I mean, we should have more than a 10% chance.
You know the Suns had the lowest record, right? We should have had the most chance.
Really?
Yeah, y'all were third worst.
We got third pick. What did you guys get? 6th?
Talking about.
I mean, after first 2, like, who really is?
To be honest
like,
with you, the Suns still would have fucked it up if they had the first round or the first pick.
With the number 1 selection, the Phoenix Suns pick Kobe White from UNC. I'd have been like, man, what the fuck?
They still would have
Nothing
fucked
against
it up.
Kobe White, but you are not Zion, and we all know this.
And you traded
You
away.
take
they
Zion,
traded away
right?
the best
Yeah.
scorer just today,
No.
or the second best scorer. I'm sorry.
And they would have been, no, they probably would have done something stupid like the Phoenix Suns select Cam Reddish.
Shooter. 6'7"
but he plays
shooter.
the same position as.
And we already have like 6 small
Put him at
forwards.
the 1.
Oh, hell no.
No, put D-Book at the 1.
Hell
D-Book
no.
need to come off the ball.
We all know that.
I
but
thought you
that's
were about
not
to
gonna
say he
happen.
needed to come off the bench. I was like, wow.
I would never say that. He's
I
a
think-
pure bucket
I
since
really
the day he
think
got in the
D'Lo's
league.
gonna come to the Suns.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I really want it to happen. It's either that if he goes somewhere else, there's only 3 other places he could go besides the Nets. He's either going to go the Celtics because they're going to be desperate, the Wolves because of Cat, or the Suns because of Book.
You don't see him in Minnesota?
No, I just said Minnesota.
Oh, you did say Minnesota?
I
thought you
literally
said
just said
Celtics.
Minnesota. I said the Wolves because of
the
Cat.
Wolves. Oh yeah, he did.
So, Brogan, do we have any tech updates?
Conley went where?
Conley went to Utah.
Dang. So that mean they're shipping out Rubio or what?
Oh, Rubio's a free agent.
So that mean they
ain't
assume
re-signing him.
he's
They
out
ain't
of there.
re-signing him.
Dang.
Not
So
if you bring in Michael Conley.
Yeah.
Now I will admit this: if we strike out on D'Lo, I'm not mad. If we were able to get Rubio, I wouldn't be mad about that. He
Yeah,
averaged
but-
10 points, and he can be a facilitator. That's what they need.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be mad about getting Rubio.
Yeah.
What would you say, Spud? Tech updates?
Yeah, any tech updates that's going on?
Well, right now there was some stuff about they finally, I guess, with the whole China terrorist thing going on with the Trump administration. I guess
Shutting down all.
Huawei. They were they were getting shipped out. Like Huawei was supposed to be the new Android maker that was really up top, but now all their phones had to be shipped out. They can't have Android or anything on them anymore. They're trying now to try and circumvent that, to try and get back in there, because I guess Huawei was blacklisted because I guess them and a couple other companies were accused of spyware and stuff. So there was a new company. I don't remember if I told you guys about this or not. It was called Neuralink or something. And it's something that Elon Musk was actually investing in, or I guess he's part of it. It is where they're coming up with a technology that now can use your brain waves, no implants or anything, your brain waves to communicate with a computer, to where you could think something and it does it. Or if you say they want to get it to the point to where, hey, if you're thinking, I want that light on, you think about it, it'll happen.
What if I think about killing somebody? Then what?
And then that toaster's going to explode.
I remember you telling us about that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gave a little bit of detail on it.
I wasn't 100% sure.
That which we were kind of talking about. That was one of our pilots, but I was like, that's kind of weird. I don't know if I would be fully invested in that because
So I was like, man, I'm about to go choke that bitch.
Oh, it's a garden hose attacking me.
and then they got to record everything. So
Yeah. Now,
that's premeditated murder.
Now, I will say this.
Wow.
I have been experimenting with the new iOS 13 beta. It's coming out. I really like it.
How's that swipe?
Swipe is good. I haven't used it much because I'm so used to like I've never really had to use it.
What about that dark mode?
The dark mode is really nice. Here. Go ahead. Ooh. He said, ooh. But I really like it because it seems like it's becoming a lot more functionality and stuff to where, like, people who use Swipe, that was one of the things that you needed, that you were saying that you definitely would want on there.
Yeah.
And have that. So, but there are now rumors with the next iPhone. You know how they're saying it's going to have that square-ass bump on the back? But now they're talking about how...
What's bar of shampoo?
Bar of shampoo? Oh, it's an idea? Why are you going through my freaking notes, man? What's wrong with you?
He's looking at... Rudo's looking at Brogan nudes.
Well, you know, you have to be scrolling a long time to get one picture. Anyways, new iPhones, they're talking about how, okay, so the max right now is like 6.4 inches. They're talking about the next one is going to be 6.7. It's going to get even bigger. The middle tier is going to go down from like 5.7 to like 5.3. It's going to get smaller, and the XR, that 6.1, is going to stay in the same place. For some reason, it's getting to the point now to where, this is going to be 2 years with this X. It sounds like I'm going to have to keep it for like another 2 years.
So they
still.
do something.
Because they're
not doing anything.
Nobody's being innovative anymore. They can be like, oh yeah, like, oh, the only people that are being innovative now.
Samsung.
No, not even Samsung. All these other companies in China, like I think it's like Oppo or Xiaomi.
What's the one that has that camera that pops up on the top?
That's OnePlus.
That's fire.
That's crazy, dude. I was at T-Mobile the other day and I saw it there, and I was like, okay, it's really all screen on there. And I turned it to the selfie camera, pops out. You don't even hear it. The detail on that thing is so crazy for a front-facing camera. It's absolutely insane.
I've seen that phone.
In person?
Yeah, in person. But what about when that motor runs out for the camera that pops up out of the phone?
I think that's just a repair thing. It's just gears and stuff. Because the motor...
That's just my thought on it. Like... Because it only pops up when you turn the camera on, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or if you turn on the face detection. Like, the face unlock.
That's just one of my thoughts. Is like, damn, that motor is going to constantly be going up and down if you accidentally open it, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. I think my camera opens up in my pocket sometimes.
I think they rated it for like 100,000 opens and closes.
Right. What about 100,001?
I mean, at least that.
Should blow up.
But what I do like I do like how more companies try and experiment that. I also like how
it is pretty neat though.
So when it's out there and say you drop your phone, it has fall detection. Yeah. So when you drop it, it just automatically shuts. It shuts in like a sec.
That's crazy how you can tell, like the phone can detect that it's even dropping.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you guys uses that accelerometer or something. There was now the other company I was talking was Xiaomi. It's another Chinese company, but I guess they're not with the tariffs or anything, so they're good. But they debuted a new screen technology to where the camera is behind the screen. They're finally trying to put that in mass production to where the camera is now going to be able to be behind the screen, like up here. It's going to be behind it, and to where when it takes the picture, it's going to be a little translucent, so where the whole screen, so that way you have no notches, no camera bumps.
Up here where?
Like up here in like the upper third of the phone.
Okay.
So say if you put it on the selfie camera, it's still gonna have that black bar up there, like what a regular iPhone has. It's gonna still have the black bar up there for like not modules and stuff and settings, but in that black bar, instead of having a notch or anything like that, it's just gonna be a little transparent, and it's gonna be able to see you. No notches. No camera bumps, no big foreheads or chins or anything. Basically, it's the new technology you're trying to come up to where now you can just have a phone that's all screen and not have to worry about like making sacrifices for it. Mm-hmm. But we'll see how that goes because it's still new, and with Apple and everything, their Face ID and everything is supposed to be really secure, so they need to figure out how to work that in.
So needless to say, if you have an iPhone now, You might as well wait 2-3 years.
You might as well. The only time I would even consider probably upgrading would probably be next year, because that's when 5G is finally going to get started.
21.
2020 is when they're finally going to start putting it in phones. And I think that's going to be.
I thought T-Mobile said it's not going to be compatible until like 2021 or something.
They're not going to be going nationwide until 2021. They're not going to be nationwide, but Phoenix and like a couple other cities are always the first places to test them out because of some of the bigger cities.
Population.
So they always want to try that first. So I figure, if anything, next year is going to be the time to actually live, because everybody's gearing up for 2020. I don't know why. I think it's just because it sounds cool. It's like 2020, it's a new decade. Let's see what else we can bring in there. But we'll see how that goes. And now, anything else new going on? I mean, Samsung with their little folding phone, that turned out to be a disaster. So now they decided to debut a new concept. It is a foldable rolling phone.
No, you know what happened though with that? There's
What's
like
up?
a little film on it.
Yeah.
And people pulling
And
that
they didn't
shit
tell
on.
nobody.
Yeah, which is dumb.
They're like, oh, hey, this has a built-in screen protector.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, don't touch that. They didn't even put that.
Yeah.
They didn't put a label on it. They were like,
No
oh, hey.
disclaimers.
So people was pulling
No
it off.
disclaimers.
Yeah, because usually, like, you get a new phone, it's going to have some wrap around
Yeah,
it. And they're
yeah,
like,
oh,
oh, hey,
shit.
let's take that off. And it was like,
It might have said it in.
why is my phone turning black?
But that's a good idea, that phone.
It is a good idea.
Yeah.
Now that company Xiaomi, the one that's experimenting with this, they're the ones that make that Mate X to where it's the other way around, to where the screen's on the outside and you fold it back, and the whole screen, the whole like half of it, that's where it's like a normal phone, to where it folds back that way. I like it. They're delaying it till September release now. They were supposed to release.
April.
No, it was supposed to release next month. But they're delaying it because they want to make sure it's because they don't want to have what happened to Samsung happen to them. But then Samsung decided to come out with a new concept of a rolling smartphone.
They got a rolling TV. Like it rolls in a...
Yeah, I seen that.
Seen that?
That's pretty legit.
Now they're trying to do it to a phone.
The TV I can understand,
Yeah.
but I don't know about a phone.
Oh, hey, let me just pull that out. Like a little map.
Like a scroll.
I could understand like the triple one, because I've seen it to where like you can like fold the display like that multiple, like in thirds. Like you have it halfway open, have that.
Man, that G2 is the phone.
What?
G2.
That G1 was the
G2,
phone. That
the
G1 was the
Kick,
phone.
Sidekick.
Sidekick was the phone.
Oh yeah, where they slide them.
Shit.
Yeah.
Um,
I was like, oh.
You know, so kind of jump back on music real quick, and I apologize.
No, go ahead. What's up?
But Wale has a couple tracks out right now that I'm very impressed with. He has a track that he released by himself called Gemini.
Psychopath.
You know, it's pretty smooth. Check it out.
I was actually gonna.
And then also he has a track that he released with Sabrina Claudio. It's more of her track, but it's called All My Love, and that's a pretty smooth. It's your basic Wale type of.
Is it spoken
vibe.
word, Wale?
Yeah, spoken word type of Wale.
Flower
That's
month.
the Wale album.
And then I
like
guess Wale just dropped a song with Rick Ross like moments ago.
Oh, there we go.
Called Act a Fool.
All right,
But
let's
the
see
album is not out yet.
Bet.
I haven't heard the Act a Fool yet, but we'll definitely give it a listen soon. But the other two that I spoke on are pretty smooth tracks. Check
You
them
heard
out.
that song Heat?
No, I
Chris
have not.
Brown and Gunner?
No, I have not.
That
But the No Guidance track I've heard plenty of
Oh
times.
my God.
And we are
Brown is
out
out
here.
Chris Brown
out
is
here. Tapping back in.
That No Guidance track is fire, bro.
It's cool.
It's you a liar. You a liar.
Oh my God.
That's
but-
that
but
club
those two-
song.
But
That's
yeah, those
definitely a club
two
banger.
Wale tracks, check them out. Let me know what you think. Our email is that'smyslimepodcast@gmail.com. And you can get in touch with
We're
us.
working on that. We're definitely gonna start building this up. But you know, baby steps.
Yeah, but still email me. If you
Speaking
feel
of
like
baby
Or
steps,
DM.
it. Oh yeah, you
on
can
the
email
IG.
me. You can DM
gotta
us.
touch the
D-mail.
I said DM.
D-mail.
You
How you gonna get a bunch of dick pics now?
See what you did? You heard about that dick Yelp?
What?
You didn't hear about
That
that?
they can rate you?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah, I bet you if they had a V Yelp, I bet you that should be taken down.
Feminist.
Hey, this is objectifying us by our genitals.
It looks like salami.
That's like a forearm.
Polish sausage.
Now, if oh my God, I can't fuck with you. Speaking of baby steps, Finn my nephew, he took his first steps today. Like, he's always been able to stand up and he'll take like one step and fall. But today, his little fat ass, he's not actually fat, but he's kid's always wants to eat.
He's fat. Are you fat shaming?
Why are you body shaming your own nephew?
Wow.
Because if you don't do it now, what happens later?
He won't correct it later.
Exactly. Corrective
him
behavior. How do you train a puppy not to be in the house? Pee in the house, by the way. I know that sounded weird. But anyways, no, he just really
pees in the house and you smush his face in the pee. What are you gonna do?
Oh, is that what you're gonna do to your kids?
You pee in the
No, I'm
house.
just kidding. So, but yeah, he loves food. So he saw, I don't know who it was, somebody was eating ice cream. My sister like stood him up and he just went, and he took like 5 steps and just fell into their lap.
He's like Frankenstein just now.
Yep. He literally did that. He was reaching and he was like, and they're like, oh my God. And he just fell in the person's lap and he just started reaching for the ice cream.
That's funny. How old is he?
He's 1.
When did the kids start walking? 1?
I don't know. I think he's almost 1. I don't know. I'm such a terrible uncle. I don't know. I just know that I know them by their ages. I don't know their actual birthday. I don't remember their actual birthdays,
How
even though I
many
love them.
nephews do you have?
I have 2.
You can't remember 2 birthdays?
I can't.
That's horrible, bro.
It really is horrible. I mean, if I look them up on my phone, probably. But
Oh, there you go. At least you got it saved somewhere.
yeah, I have it in my phone. I get alerts and stuff for it. I'm like, oh shit.
Damn. Look how the
Lazy.
times- but that's how times are for a lot of people.
Lazy.
How many phone numbers do you remember?
My mom's.
Exactly.
That's it.
The only person I care about.
My mom changed her phone number too much, so I can't remember.
Justin's phone number is
Don't put my phone number out there, bro.
710.
Yeah, but my mom changed her phone number too much, so I can't remember it.
Well, she got the little drug phones or what?
Burner.
Yeah, shit. She,
Like,
she trapping on the low. Nah, I'm lying.
that'd be hilarious.
Nah, I'm lying.
Oh, your mother.
Hey, that's what we need to. We need to make a t-shirts.
No, I'm lying.
Nah, I'm lying.
I wear a hat.
Trademark. I dare anybody to try and steal that. I dare somebody to try and steal that.
That's gonna be the thing. Nah, I'm lying.
The Nah, I'm Lying podcast.
No, that's just
I'm
gonna be
kidding. I know.
It's just gonna be one of our slogans. Nah, I'm lying.
That's a good one.
Or tapping back in.
Nah. A lot of people use that.
Who?
A lot of people use that.
Who uses that?
But we're gonna use.
I ain't heard not one person. I ain't got not one insurgent friend.
But we're gonna. Nah, I'm lying. I'm gonna get it on the hat.
Speaking of insurgents, I'm just kidding. But they recently held a town hall out here for that family who you see about that? The cops with the
Oh yeah, the one that they try
the
to
4-year-old took
Yeah.
that Barbie. Get the fuck out of the car before I bust a cap in your fucking head.
Yeah.
I was like, yo.
Yeah,
Real
they
aggressive.
were a little wild, bro.
Dude,
Real
that dude is
aggressive.
straight yelling the entire time. Like, how does that get de-escalating? He's like, get out the fucking car. And she goes, how? I'm holding a baby. Get out the fucking car.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're thinking about the questions that they ask people.
And then
Or the
They
or-
just know
or
they're
the
supposed to ask these
demands
questions.
or the demands that they're given, right? Or the whatever it is.
And
But,
then-
like, because it was like, what did he say? He said, stop resisting, or he's like, put your hands up, and he's like, my hands are up. He had said some shit like that.
Or then they pulled the husband out the car, threw him up in the car, and he's like, stop resisting. He goes, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
He was already handcuffed, his legs are spread, and he goes, stop resisting. He's like, I'm not going anywhere.
And
So
then he tripped him, right?
yeah, and then I thought it was crazy how at the end the mother's talking with the other cop, and when the other dude just walks up and he's like, I tell you to do something, you do your. He's like, put your fucking hands up, or you listen to what the fuck I say, and she goes, I had a baby, motherfucker, and just slapped his hand, and I was like, oh no, and he's like, bitch, grabbed her and tried to twist her while she's holding the kid, and the dude was like, hey, let me hold that kid. When they held the town hall, I mean, it's more progress than what other cities have done in this kind of thing. When the actual commissioner or the police chief and everything was out there trying to listen to concerns, and they're listening the whole time. And at the end, she goes, "We're going to do our part to try and rectify this." She goes, "But before we can start, we need the community to put in their part." And I was like, "What?" And the whole place erupted. And she grabbed the mic and walked up, and she goes, "And when I say community, the police department is part of the community." And she goes, and then she goes, and the community is part of the police department. I sat there and I was like, so you literally just said before the police can do anything, you need the community to do something. But the police are part of the community, so you need the police to do something about the police.
Yeah, she's just talking in circles, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trying to save face at that point, which, I mean, it's cool. I've never really heard a lot of bad stuff about her.
Yeah.
But that was just a whack town hall at that point. But at least
you gotta keep it PC.
At least they actually had a town hall to where a lot of these places, they'll just let shit boil over and then not do anything.
Yeah,
and I will say this. Finally, it happened that it was reported that Jay-Z and his legal team they're going to be the ones helping that family with their lawsuit, supposedly. And I haven't heard anything that's saying that that's not true. That's the kind of shit I was talking about. Stop helping other rich people and help the people that need it. And in this case, people are needing it that have been done wrong, had something done wrong against them, and people are using their influence and power to help those in need instead of, oh hey, here's another rich person. Let's make it easier for them.
Rich, maybe you don't know how to go about getting the right information.
That's great, but I don't need you to pay for that stuff.
You know what I mean? So,
you want to repeat that again in case people didn't hear?
They heard me.
Oh, okay. I mean, bet.
Just like the whole 21 Savage thing. Like maybe he didn't know how to go about figuring out his whole situation.
But so you hire people who know how to do that.
Well, how you know they're not going to take advantage of you because you don't know?
You get a lawyer. You pay.
But lawyers be taking money too. Everybody's taking money if you don't know. If you don't know the situation or how to pay people and what to do, how you know who's telling you the truth, who's doing
You don't
that?
understand which ways
Here's
to
my
go.
thing. Would you rather?
So if Jay-Z comes in and say, look, you need to do this, this, and this, since you're in this situation,
you're gonna take
I know
advice
this person.
from that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get that, but if I don't need another rich person paying for another rich person's thing. My thing is, if you want to give somebody free advice,
maybe all his assets were frozen at that point.
Were they?
They were, from what they were saying. So
I mean,
that's from what I heard. Let me put that out there. From what I heard, his assets were frozen because of the fact that ICE had picked him up.
Well, okay, if that is the case, I can understand it. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of lawyers and stuff and attorneys that will say, hey, we're going to do this. I charge this, this, and this, and you pay me when this is done.
How do you believe just a random white guy? Or a random black guy?
What do you mean it's random? It's if you can easily ask somebody, say, hey, who's the person I need to hire to help me with this?
Well, maybe Jay-Z said, hey, talk to this person.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But wasn't it reported that he was the one that paid for his legal fees?
I don't know what the report
Why do I need?
And maybe he gave it back to him.
He could have, but that ain't out there.
Just like the whole thing.
I'm going off the information that I know. I'm going off the information that I know. I'm not going off of what ifs and all that. The information that we know is that he paid for his legal fees. Why does a rich person need to do that for another rich person?
I agree that it's dope that Jay-Z is helping out with the people here in Arizona that were held at gunpoint and whatnot, the family with their child over a doll. That was crazy. That was nonsense.
I agree. I respect that.
Yeah, but I don't know the whole story about the 21 Savage or whoever else he helped out.
I know he helped Lil Wayne with his taxes. Got him squared out.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people in the industry that don't. Yeah, they don't have that knowledge.
Look what Birdman was
because
doing.
where they come from.
Everybody.
Yeah,
you don't know your
his own people. His own people was doing.
I get it. I get that.
Had him bent over.
You don't know how to do your taxes. You get a tax person. You don't need Jay-Z for that. You don't need Jay-Z for that.
I mean, if I'm buying a house, I could get anybody to help me get a house, but how do I know who exactly to trust or who to, you know what I mean? And like, I had someone
that reminds me of the time when Dave Chappelle. That reminds me of the Dave Chappelle joke when they were talking about when 9/11 first happened, and TRL at the time was like, "Oh, we got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja Rule thinks about this." Who the fuck cares? Who cares what Ja Rule thinks?
What are you saying?
Who cares what if I'm thinking about? Oh, hey, I'm in a rut. Who's the first person I'm gonna call? Oh, I don't know, Jay. If I'm 21 Savage, who am I gonna call? Oh my God, let me call Jay-Z. Fuck am I gonna call Jay-Z for?
Jay-Z's a businessman. He has his resume shows he has businesses. He does these. This is what he does. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Dude,
he's not just a random person. Jay-Z's a billionaire.
What's wrong with somebody giving advice or helping out?
I don't mind giving
regardless
advice.
of they're rich or not.
I don't mind
Jay-Z's
giving
because
advice.
what if you've never been through what if you've never been through a situation? What if
that's dope.
But what I'm saying is he's done enough where he knows business and
I don't understand
when you say
the point
comparing him to Ja Rule about who the fuck cares what Ja Rule says, you can't say that with Jay-Z.
I don't understand where I just don't understand the point of where if you're rich, you have your own money,
The money don't
You
mean
can
you're
get
smart.
advice. You can get advice.
The
You
money
can
don't
get
make you
it.
smart.
But there's
advice.
a lot of vultures, bro.
The
No,
money
I'm
don't
saying
make you
if
smart.
you want to go to Jay Z for
Look
some
at
advice,
all NBA players.
if you want to go to
Who
Jay
gets-
Z for advice,
broke.
if you want to go to Jay Z for some advice, some free advice, by all means, or if you want to say, hey, I will pay you to teach me how to do this, that kind of stuff on here. But I do not understand to where rich person A sees rich person B be like, oh, hey, you got a little probation thing going on? Here, let me take care of that for you. The rich don't need get fucking richer. They don't need. Why you get free shit when you rich, when you can afford it? What you need to get free shit when you can afford it?
Well, they probably paid him back.
I mean,
Well, we don't know that. I'm going off what I know.
I doubt as a businessman, you're gonna be like, all right, I'm just gonna take this quick L.
Or you can be like,
maybe
oh, hey.
it's not an L. Maybe I'm just like, look, you
it's
my
right
guy.
off.
I'm gonna help you out.
So it's
That's it.
right off.
But-
if you in jail and we make the same income, you paying your bail. I'm not paying it for you.
That's wild.
I'm just kidding. I probably would, but then I'd be like, no, you pay me back. What did you do first off? Oh, it's
But
$50.
yeah, I think that's pretty legit for him helping him out, because the police got to be better, man. Like I understand that there's a lot of crazy people out here, and they're in compromised positions a lot.
How does that get reported?
But
That's
why
gets reported
do
as a
why?
shop. So if you call in, right? 99 cents. What was it, dollar store or whatever?
I don't know. Yeah,
dollar
something like
store.
that.
They call 911, talk to dispatcher. Someone's shoplifting, so it goes in as a shoplifting.
So you need 5 cops for that?
for shoplifting.
For a child.
I don't know.
the
I don't
baby
know.
took
I don't know
the
if
dog.
they-
I don't think they knew it was a baby.
Yeah,
but
I don't know what they said exactly, but they went in knowing it's shoplifting.
These
thing.
fucking black people came in here and stole stuff from my store.
And how quickly you responded really
Response
quick
time?
for a child. But I've seen people who gotten shot that they don't they don't pull up right after that.
It's just wild, man. Anyways, I'm sorry, Spud. What were you saying that cops and stuff need to do better and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I know certain situations can be wild, and there's a lot of crazy people out here. But a situation like that, like, come on, you don't need to come guns drawn. There's children involved. I don't know. I don't know.
just don't get it. Like, there's so many other things you could be doing out there. Like, not even trying to like plug this or anything, but Mikey, my sister's husband, he made the news the other day because he's a cop now. He's a deputy in his town now, and he was doing his patrol and stuff, and he saw some kids at the park just playing ball, and he just stopped, put all his stuff away, and just walked up, and he's like, asked if he could shoot some hoops with them, trying to like, get to know everybody in the community more.
Right.
And he made the news doing that. And he was just sitting there, he didn't ask for like no photos and nothing like that. He was just like, oh, hey, let me shoot up and just talk to the kids a little bit. That's all he did. And then he bounced.
Yeah.
I just don't get like what's so hard about just saying, okay, I know it's a metropolis area and all
Right.
that, but it's like be on your guard, but not every single thing needs to be a freaking threat.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that you definitely need to make sure that you're aware of your surroundings, but that situation could have been handled a lot better than what it was.
Oh, definitely.
A lot better.
I mean, not all cops are bad.
No, not at all.
No, they're
but
humans.
But they're you
You know,
definitely.
everyone. Just humans. They make mistakes.
How would you have
They
done that situation, Rudo? Get the fuck out of the car before I hack your shit.
I started tasing people and then when everybody's calmed down, sit everybody up with their hands behind.
All right,
their back.
everybody cool? We cool? Huh?
All right, let's talk now.
Oh, we good? We good.
All right, let's talk.
You know what's funny?
Bro, I called you. I got a flat tire.
Oh my God. Yo, speaking of, oh my God, I saw this video the other day on Reddit, man. It was hilarious. It was this drunk dude, or maybe he was drunk or high or something. He was in McDonald's and he was just talking shit to people and be like, what the fuck, bitch? And he was over in like the UK or something. I don't know. Or I don't know, somewhere. I know it didn't look like a regular McDonald's or anything, but dude's just talking shit, causing a ruckus. And this is one black guy. And then another black guy and his friends go up to him. They're like, hey, man, you just need to stop. You're like, just chill. Can you just leave, please? They're being calm and like nice about it. And the dude was like, fuck you, bitch, and pushed the dude. And he's like, man, I'm gonna have to tell you, you keep doing this. Is like, we gonna have to fight. And he lets him know ahead of time. He's like, I'll beat your ass and blah, blah, blah. The dude takes off his shirt, the dude that was trying to make him stop. And he goes, all right, man. He's like, you want to do this? Let's do this. And then the video skips ahead like 10 minutes later, and the dude that took off his shirt is getting tased by the cops on the ground, and all the whole McDonald's staff, that's the wrong guy! That's the wrong guy!
Wow.
Everybody in the McDonald's is yelling, like, it's the wrong guy, and they run up to the cops. He's like, you let that motherfucker go!
Did you see that one thing on IG where the cop tased his partner by mistake?
I seen that. I seen
saw
that.
it?
I seen that.
They was on the ground wrestling with somebody trying to get him. Took out his taser to tase his partner by mistake.
Oh, my God.
Partner falls over. Do you see that video of that little kid cursing at the teacher?
Oh, yes!
He was like, fuck you, man.
He's like, good afternoon, boys and girls. Shut the fuck up! He goes, yay, that's not nice. Do you need to leave? No, bitch.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, my God. I'm going to find that. He said that perfect. He's like, shut the fuck up.
I seen one of the what did one of the comments say? I think it said, "Where's the child abuse when you need it?" or something like that.
I'm going to play this right now. Oh, my God. This shit is hilarious.
Good afternoon, parents. Good afternoon, boys and girls. Shut the fuck up. Hey.
Not nice.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
You need to leave? No, bitch. Oh, yeah.
See, it's funny when it's not your kid.
Oh, if that was my kid, I'd be like, oh. I was like, yo, I'm about to kill you.
Yeah, you gotta whoop his
Smash
ass.
him up.
Say, shut the. Oh my God! He showed me playing me the video of the cop tasering his partner. Dude flopped like a fish.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my God, dude! There's so much gold on the internet, man. It's hilarious. You know what? There's a lot of times where you're thinking, why are they filming? But then in that case, it's a kid's graduation.
See that.
Yeah.
He said, "Shut the fuck up."
That's terrible. It's
Oh
not
my
funny.
God.
Think about your kid. He said that, and you saw that on IG. Like, who? That look like?
Huh?
Oh hell!
I need to call out. I need to go to the school. Oh my God, that shit is.
Man,
What's happening? Let's see. Anything else? Oh well, I guess this is gonna end on a low note. You know, I did see this.
So there's a spot called Tacos Cello. Have you been there, Rudo?
Are we doing that now? Okay. Reviews?
No, I haven't been there. So somebody told me about it, and I want to check it out. So we're gonna have to go there soon.
Taco Cello.
Yeah, tacos, spelled tacos, and then cello, CHELO. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
I don't speak Spanish.
I don't speak Mexican.
Come on, bro. Yeah, so I want
Rudo's.
to check that spot out.
That is
We're gonna have to do that.
Rudo's.
We're gonna have to do that
That's
soon,
Rudo's spot.
soon.
You want to know about some good tacos? You guys should try Taco Guild downtown. It's a taco. It was an old church that a taco shop bought out, and they remodeled the
You
church.
got some good tacos. Hispanic girls got some good tacos.
Oh my God! You ain't lying though.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just playing.
Oh, beefy.
Wow.
That's disgusting. I don't want no parts of that taco.
Oh, you don't like nice meat curtains? Just grab them like a lip. Just...
Anywho,
And on that note,
On
I
that
think we're going to
note-
end it for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 1 of the That's My Slime podcast. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
I'm solid, bro.
no final thoughts.
We tapping back out. Ladies and
Tap-
gentlemen,
tap in and tap out.
zip it up and zip it out. Zippity doo dah, bye bye.
Don't do that again.
Yeah, and don't say tapping out either. We just go ahead and end it the way you're gonna end it the original time, Brogan. Stop adding extra bullshit in there.
I hate y'all. Anyways,
All right, we out of here.
this is Brogan, Spudd, Rudo. Peace.